Assalamu alaikum, Bokai. My insect, I was not, my mic was off, so I have to do it again, especially if you're watching it on TikTok, so that would be weird. But, anyways, Assalamu alaikum, Bokai. Welcome back to the God of Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, guys, Chama, and it's another midweek, or it's another Wednesday. Usually, I would say it's another Tuesday. Welcome to the weekend recap. Usually on Tuesday, we have a show where we summarize the performance of Gambian professional footballers. So that's exactly what we are here to do today as well. It was happening yesterday, but due to some tight schedule, I could not do it yesterday. But yeah, at least I turned up. Better late than never, like they say. Um, it was another, it was another interesting week of football for Gambians because like the usual suspects we are not the ones scoring goals this weekend. There were some some new faces getting into the goals. um and last week, guys, don't forget we had the Chan team playing their final qualifiers for the Chan against Algeria, which did not go well for the Gambia. We will Space TV, Space Hamadi will join me later to talk about that. We did not have the Gambia football show, mind you, on Sunday. Every Sunday we have a show on Gambia football show. Myself, Jay, Uba Jallo, Falabawe Space, and Sini Kani. But last Sunday we could not hold it because of our unavailability to host the show. Yeah. But anyways, if you are watching us from any of the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, guys, thank you and welcome. Welcome to the program. Yes, recommend this guy TikTok. They are hitting the like. Yeah, I really appreciate that, guys. The more you do it, the better it gets. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Uh-huh. So without wasting much time, guys, let's get into the weekend recap. I will start by with the headlines. And among the headline, I will discuss some players more in detail. Some of them I will just brush them aside, especially the interesting results. I'm sure you saw the post that we usually make every weekend, where we summarize um, the key performing Gambians over the course of that particular weekend. And if you look at this past weekend that we just gone past, Modu Barrow, he opened his account with his Korean club. This is, of course, his second spell in Korea. He was in Korea in the past with Gyeongbuk Hyundai Motors, where he had a very, very good time, I would say. And then he went to Turkey, went to Saudi, and then now he's back in Korea. He has a good pedigree. He has a good uh he has a good record in Korea. That's why the Korean teams get him again. And then he started off not badly. Incheon United. They are in the second division of the Turkish league. They got relegated recently, but currently they are leading the table in the second division. So they are in K2. They will likely go back to K1, and Barrow, it's gonna be a crucial part of that. Last weekend, he scored his first goal for them. He has played a handful of games for them since he joined them. I think it was around in January. He has played a few games for them, like almost about 9 to 10 games for them without scoring. And this past weekend, he got his first goal. And he did not only score that weekend, he scored and he also assisted another goal. So he got a goal and an assist in their 3-0 win. They were playing today too in the cup, but unfortunately they lost that one. I'm not sure if he was in that team because it was a cup game and the team was not really out there to see. Especially on the live feeds that I use, that is live super score to monitor the performance of Gambian players. Yes, a good goal and a great assist. To be honest, the assist was really really good. I don't know if the assist was really good or if the build up to the assist was really good. He was the one who laid off the ball. It was a very good assist, I would say, but the build-up was even better. They build the ball from their back up, break the lines, the opponent's lines, and then play the ball behind the defense, move the ball, run behind, and then play in a very very good Esquire pass for his teammate to finish expertly. And he also added his name. He also put his name on the score sheet. Another player who has been doing well recently is Mohamed Badamosi. Mohamed Badamosi of Abba Club. That's a club that Modu Barrow actually played for. I think a couple of seasons ago. He joined that Saudi club. Mohamed Badamosi also is similar. He was in Saudi with Hazem, scored a few goals there, and he has a pedigree, or he's known in Saudi. So Abba Club gave him a chance. He had his struggles when he joined Standard Liège in Belgium. It did not work out for him, but he's now back in Saudi, joining Abba Club, and he has been doing well. He scored again last midweek for them. They won 1-0, and he scored the only goal. But the player who has been very very impressive is Bamba Suso. I talked about him last week, and he was here actually live. He was on the Instagram on the TikTok live last week, chatting with him. He is playing in Slovenia on loan from Pisa. Pisa is an Italian Serie A club. Um, it's a promoted Italian Serie A club. They are going to the Italian Serie A next season. They have been promoted. They have gained their promotion to the Italian Serie A. And Bamba Suso, very interesting, I would say, because he's just 22 years and he's absolutely killing it in his league in Slovenia, be it in the second division of the Slovenian league. Yesterday he scored again. In the weekend he scored. I think he scored 7 goals in his last 8 games that he played. Bamba Suso. He was here last week. We had a good chat on the TikTok, and he's having a wonderful, wonderful season. Last year he got his knee issue, so he could not have a huge impact. But this season, after his recovery, he has been really, really good. He's currently second in the Golden Boot race, just 3 goals behind the leading goal scorer. Just 2 games to go. It will be difficult for him to score more now, because 3 goals in the gap is 3 goals and only 2 games to go. But the good thing is his club Alumnic, they are at the top of the Slovenian second division. So I think they need just 1 win from the next 2 games to guarantee. They are 5 points ahead, so maybe even 1 point will be enough for them to finish top of the league and gain promotion to the first division of the Slovenian league. And so to be honest, has been really, really good this season, scoring some wonderful, brilliant goals. So I don't know what his club is going to do with him at the end of the season. Because if you look, his parent club, Pisa, they just gained promotion to the Italian Serie A. So they are going to the Italian Serie A next season. Bamba having a wonderful season, 22-year-old. So it depends on what Pisa thinks about where he is playing, which is in the Slovenian second division. But there's huge potential there. He's a young player. He's a big guy, a physical striker. So he can give you a lot as a team, especially a team that is going up in getting promotion to the first division. Sometimes you need a striker with physical attributes, because sometimes you play with one striker, and I think he can do a job for them. But it depends on what Pisa think of him, Bamba Suso, or else he will be playing still next season in Slovenia. But his loan spell ends in this end of this year, and I'm sure Alumnic will want to get him and go with him to the first division. But who knows what Pisa are thinking about now after seeing him, having a wonderful season in the Slovenian second division. Yeah, maybe they might give him a chance in the Serie A, which will be wonderful. The more players we have playing in the top leagues, the better. And I think he deserves a chance. He deserves a chance, and hopefully his team will take that opportunity to bring him into the team for the Italian Serie A next season. Yes, a couple of players also scored their first ever career goals over the course of the weekend. There was Moses Jaju of CH Odessa in Ukraine and Yaya Bujang of Odense in Denmark. Both of them young central defenders. Moses, of course, we all remember him in the Gambia under 20 team that went to Argentina, the World Cup. He was the starting center back until he got that hamstring injury, and then Dembo came into that team. He was there with Alaji Sen starting in defense. He, of course, he moved to Ukraine like after the World Cup. But the team he moved to, it did not work out there for him. They had to send him out on loan, and then eventually he signed with CH Odessa. They are currently struggling, I would say, at the bottom of the Ukrainian league. But Moses has been getting regular minutes with them, playing regularly, and over the course of the weekend, they got their first win in the last 5 games that they played, and Moses scored the winning goal in that one, which is a wonderful feeling. His first ever professional goal, hopefully that is the first of many for Moses, and hopefully now they can kick on and to secure their safety in that, because they are fighting against the drop in the Ukrainian fourth division. Another one, it has different agenda, I would say, that is Yaya Bojang. He's playing for Others. Others are pushing to go back to the first division of the Danish league. They got relegated last season. They had a handful of Gambians. Of course, James is there. James Gomez there, and Alassane Mane was there until he moved to Hibernian recently. But if you look at that, Yaya Bojang, he came off the bench in that game. If I'm not wrong, that was the first time he and James were on the pitch at the same time for Others in the first team. So which is also a very good thing. James last week he put in a wonderful performance, man of the match performance defensively. And this time they were playing against AC Horsens, where of course we also have a few Gambians like your guy Elijah Sen also playing there. And don't forget we have people like Matar, Seni, and then you have what's his Omar Jaju, the striker. He's also there. And then recently too, they took that young kid, what's his name? Kid from Sibanor. The attack Francis Gomez. Yeah, they said they took him, and now they are waiting, for him to reach the age that he could sign a professional contract. So I think there's a pre-contract agreement there with them. But I think that was what they reported, Buba Jallo, Falaboya, and them. And so now Francis was back in the Gambia. But yeah, they were playing Odense, and the game ended 2-2. Yaya Bojang coming off the bench to score the equalizer in the last minutes of the game. The game ended 2-2. That was Yaya's first goal as a professional player. When I go to my wife, the background behind Hamadi, I will take him soon. Let me just wrap up the summary, and then I will take Hamadi, and then we'll talk about the Chan team, the background. So I will take him soon. Yeah. Concerning how we are struggling defensively, Gambia. I was happy to see a Gambian defender this weekend getting man of the match, and I was Yaya Buja. He's a young defender. We need these young defenders to come through. Moses Jaji also scoring, and then helping his team to their first win. Hopefully, he will build up from that. Defense has always been our problem for the past 3-4 months, and it showed when we had the international games recently, the national team, the senior national team. People were concerned with the defenders we selected because of the minutes they were playing at their club. Some of them not even playing at all by the time they were coming. So to see these young players doing this, Yaya Bojang and Moses Javi, I think it's a good thing. Other players to get on the goals were Babakar Fall. He also scored, and if you look at it midweek, Musa Juara scored a very important goal for Violet, who are struggling to stay in the Danish league. Jibril Silla also scored for Azam in their 5-0 win. Seni Sanyang, another player we should talk about, scored again for CSK Sofia. CSK Sofia won the game 5-0. Seni scored in their so that's his second goal in the last 3 games. Which is wonderful. I've always have my reservations about Seri, with his move to Bulgaria because of the restrictions that you have in Bulgaria. Playing in Bulgaria is really, really difficult if you are not a Bulgarian, because they have a lot of restrictions when it comes to foreign players, and that really affected Seri. If you look at it, this is his first start for CSK Sofia when they won 5-0 yesterday. That was his first start for the club since November. Since November, he has not started the game, and very rarely he's even on in the squad. If they're not using him from start, it's usually difficult for them to put him on the bench because of the restriction they have with the number of international players you can have in your squad. So he was really a victim of this rule. But good that he scored 2 weeks ago, and then you know because of that goal, I believe the coach trusted him and then started him yesterday, and then he did not disappoint. He helped them win the. Yeah, he played 90 minutes. They won 5-0. He scored another goal, so that will only give the coach more confidence in using him in the future, which is a good thing for him. But it has been a very difficult spell for him this season. Yes, last season he ended the season well, but this season, say Nisaya, it has been difficult. Gambia have been struggling for left back. I know what's his name? Ibu Ture has been the chosen one there at left back, but we all know that Ibu Ture is like for the recent international, he did not come because he was focusing on his club. And then we had an issue with the left back when we actually played. I think that was Evra who played there in the first game. The first game we played actually wing back with Aliu Ferreira playing wing back, and then the second game we I think Evra coming off the bench and then playing, and people were even concerned with Evra because he was playing in the Serie D in Italian football. So seeing these players like seeing Isanyang also coming through playing, that is also a good thing. Mahmoud Bajo, another man of the match performance for DSC. Like I say, of course, there is a lot of talks for him to move to basic tasks. You see it on the news everywhere, food 44, and yeah, I've had a thing or two about that, and hopefully he will like that move will go through. Like I said last time, I think he has gone past this league. That is the Slovakia league. No disrespect to that league, but I think now his level has gone past that league. He needs to to take the next step in his career. I was expecting it to be actually last season, but he stayed on for another year in the league. Hopefully this will be his final year there. Omar Choi, another player who had a very, very interesting game to play this weekend. He plays for Luxembourg City. In Luxembourg, they are fighting to be in the top four to stand a chance of promotion into the Luxembourg First Division. They were playing the team that was in fourth position, and they were 3 points behind them. So it was a very important game away to that team who is occupying the final playoff spot. But Luxembourg City came out on top 2-0. Omar Choi put in a brilliant performance. He was named in the team of the week in the Luxembourg League after that performance, making tons of saves in that one. So Choi, good on him. Mohamed Sane also keeping a clean sheet. Probably down far. In Senegal also keeping a clean sheet for Rufus. Oh my God, Rufus. They drew that game 0-0. They have dropped off a little bit in the past few weeks, but they were doing really well until maybe the last 4 or 5 games where they have dropped few points, some important points, and now they are out of the title race. They are still in it, but it's very difficult from now on for them to to be in the top or top two. They are currently fourth, I believe. Yeah, and then you have Young Waminde, Wolf. He played that game. They won. Wolf, Joseph Cisse, Sesena, Kevin the clean sheet, and the champion Bakary Jata of Hamburg. Finally, Hamburg are going back to the Bundesliga. A team that deserves to be in the Bundesliga, by the way, to be honest. One of the biggest teams in Germany. Like they have a stadium of 57,000, 67,000, always full house, as we know in German football. They have come close the last 2 seasons to go back to the Bundesliga, but it has never materialized. And finally, this is the season that it did. After they won this weekend, they are now guaranteed to be in the Bundesliga next season, which is a very good thing for the Bundesliga and a good thing for Bakary Jara. Unfortunately, currently he is nursing an injury, so he was not involved in it. But finally, for something that they have been craving for the past few seasons, they have finally gotten that. And yeah, guys, that is the recap. And I will bring in my guy, Mr. Space Music background behind Isiko. So we will talk about the Chan team. There is a lot of things that happen with the Chan team. So I will bring in Space, guys. If you have any questions regarding the Chan team, or if you have any questions regarding the Gambian foreign players over the weekend, please put them in the comments, and we will discuss it. Let me bring in Space. Why you now?
Well, Mr. Chama, right now,
How was my headphones here? Because man cannot need more one headphone. So you're
oh,
young,
okay.
right? Need them to Chan team. Space nga naka.
Ay ba, santa yala mo?
Ah, Kung nga ko he, maneko ñu waxtaan si Chan team. Unfortunately, last Sunday we could not hold the Gambia football show, which was a disappointment because there were a lot of things happening in Gambia football. There was the Chan team just coming back from their qualifiers, the female team playing in Gambia, the under 20, and also there was the big congress, like Gambia Female Football Association selective elective congress also going on. There were a lot of things going on, and I know you know a thing or two about that, especially the Chan team. Of course, we'll say expertise there. But before you do that, you know, no, like we are discussing of air last time about the elective congress. Can I do for briefly? And it was very, it was very tension bang high on food. The whole guy and put attack you, Like, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Mr. Cham, thank you very much. Welcome back to Jollof Football Bantaba. Also, bundi every Sunday. Unfortunately, never Sunday, but then connect. I did. I ko last week Sunday, so but new ko damte.
You
Yeah,
remove
okay.
some.
Regarding the Congress, okay. Nyoman proposed to pull for the Congress. Tama nyon pull mo this youth league bu amon si stadium si goal project bi mo other 70 youth league bo. So am bara sila jigi jigi ma pass by ba but no for dugi things were not going well tamba Charles for job ya you ngiro ngar ba Japan de. Okay. But yeah, I was not invited and I was not part of invited to your cover of London. So the journalist yung fa yung nañ mëna explain thoroughly comme lu fa xew. But lu ma jot a gis rek mooy ma gis pusante bi ñiiro ngaaro bi am na gars yi d'accord ci certain agendas or stuff du gars asi foofu doon pour mun ko mun a daaw si cadre boobu because xamoon naa la comme this is how it gonna be because before loolu déggoon naa rumors na am rek comme am na ñoo xam ne comme meeting di criteria yoo xam ne comme yuñ soxla pour kay mën a contest yeah so nekk wat la dégga de
No, go ahead, go ahead. Man, you have a guy TikTok. So you go ahead. I'm on
oh
mute.
okay okay
Go
yeah
ahead.
so basically loolu laa woon rek yeah gars yi mujjee ñoo d'accord after loolu mujjewuñ ko def congrès am mujjewu ta am so that was it daal si gàttal daal loolu laa jot a fekke because like I said ñëw moon purposely pour loolu noonu dama ñëwoon pour cover youth league bu nga happen si goal project bi then after loolu ma ñoo fekkee loolu foofu noonu but it didn't went well so yeah.
Yeah. It's been hectic. Actually, on Sunday we will have one of them, hopefully, to come and join us on the Gambia Football Show to tell us about at least on one of the teams, because I think there are two groups who are going for the election.
Mhm.
We invited both groups. We invite both groups to join us on the Gambia Football Show, discuss about their agenda and how they plan to move women football. Hopefully both of them will honor this invitation and then come, and hopefully also they will have them and then hear their thoughts. It should have been last week or the week before, but due to the schedule that we have, sometimes they're difficult when you want to hold but anyways, let's go on to the Chan team. It was a disappointment. It was a huge disappointment after going to Algeria. coming back with a 3-0 defeat after drawing the first leg in Gambia 0-0. Yeah, a lot of things happen in that journey. A lot of things happen in that journey, which make things very hard for the boys to deliver on the day. But yeah, it was disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely
Mhm,
disappointing, to be honest.
mhm. So, yo, what was your take from the game? After watching the game, the second leg, the 90 minutes, what was your general take on the game?
Yeah, Chama, jërëjëf si sa laajte bu am solo bi. To be honest, man, balaa game bi di door sa demoon naa ba lose hope um, because of the what we went through or what they go through mooy seen journey bi. It was tough, it was hectic, but jaar yu gaay jokkantal si yoon bi ba but day game bi la gaa war a aaga war a mën a play a day dem playing against a tough opponent boo xam they are one of the most organized countries when it comes to football in Africa by Algeria and of course, last season there, but I'm not town final nyama Senegal. They have a
Mhm,
very good structured squad. Bo hamne kom dafa difficult to especially playing at home. Have na fake lang wara win for them. It's gonna be difficult. And again, sa game is ko by help I was really impressed with the boys, especially in the first half. The first half they played in Algeria. To be honest, is the best match than season six qualifiers. My both election player Gabon ak first leg bun play fini bir Gambia sa. So first half bun play against Algeria. To be honest, that was better than all of the matches we played before this game. They did
mhm,
well. I'm gonna create them chances, hold and play. We have but come game muna magay. Why so ko ba lang they get okay. Second half bun just duga si uh fatigue dafa feeñ they were tired because xam nga rek comme luñ jonkaat si yoon bi journey bi xam nga rek dafa mbiri trop xam nga ñun day game bi sa la ñu war a aaga booy si fajar boobu noonu so dafa difficult trop pour ñu ko waaye itam mun ngaa content bi na 30 or 45 minutes but at the end of the day dafa feeñ si yow because loolu moo mujjee feeñ second half boobu comme dañ fatigue so Algeria si loolu la gaa jël xool ni xam nga te comme ma ko waaye ñooñu lu ñu def mooy comme dañ doon keep ball bi comme dañu wërloo because ku soona soo ko téye di ko wërloo ball bi rek foog soona bi gën a yokku so second half loolu la ñu doon def dañu last score nag man nag dama demoon seetaan game bi Gambia mooy women team bi so man ko seetaan sama game sama phone so sokona bu mu dooree fekk maa ngi woon si moto di ñibbi so gisuma first goal bi waaye according to boy ñu first goal bu mu duggee rek loolu moo leen rey so moom tam lu ñu gisoon lu amoon in head la mooy dañoo génne all out pour equalize so si génne boobu am nga Algeria si am nga comme ni ko waxee am rek comme xam si loolu noonu like I said day ñooñu gën a organize ñooñu ëpp experience xam nga comme ñooñu gën a expose so lan la woon daal waaye it was a very good first half but xamoon naa la comme second half bi dafa difficult la ñun yéen ne comme foog Algiers a génnee foofu noonu 3 points yi la pour gars yi win game boobu if not am rek disaster la boo nekka ko still baa ngi feesoon so Gambia war a jonkate lii ak journey bi yëpp war a ñëw win Algeria xam nga so
mhm,
dafa difficult te again tam like I said we did all that we could pour ñu ma try pour ñu push game bi to the following day but Algeria si dégg naa dañ bañ according to clear source boo xam daf ma ko mën a comme wax ñoom suñ game buñ pour na player ak Gabon fii buy Sénégal Gabon fara dañ ak day foo game xaw ma day game so gaa ñi ma
mhm,
try pour ñu wax kaaf pour ñu mun koo push yooyu and kaaf di dat so ñun tam ñu
mhm,
ma try pour wax kaaf ñun teel ñu aksi ni so ñu ma try push game bi ëllëg bo dégg naa gaa yi nanguwuñ so xam nga dafa difficult trop xam nga yeah it was difficult to be honest nag they deserve to qualify mooy Algeria because to ñu gën a organize yeah
mhm. Exactly, organization. That is the bottom line. So it's our fault, it's our making that we arrive like late, you know. It is unfortunate. It is really unfortunate. You played against a team in Banjul, and then guy them did a hard. Even si Gabon suñ game be Gabon wala suñ game yi jigéen ñi I think recently ñu ngi doon wax ne am na time bu gars yi may play Sénégal ñu ne lay bi ñan la woon Tchad dem jógee Tchad wala delluwaat Sénégal te Sénégal mooy woon suñu home game bi team bu ñu war a play la away ñoom ñoo ñu jiitu biir Sénégal xam nga again preparation la we take these things light hearted, we take them lightly, and then su demee fële ne di ñaan lan la ñoo ñaan man loolu mooy ka suma question bi. It was our making, and I like if I was Algeria man personally as a Gambian I will not accept it. That is my reality. I will not accept it because it is their fault. The guy ñoom ñoo ñëw late ba pare emutoon si loolu noonu sax xam nga Johnny B went to Morocco Mauritania den gars yi dem fële ne di hard flight ak yooyu noonu understand egga suba teel ñu ne la yaa ngi war a dem play before nga res ay the players waaye toog loolu la wax they could not rest properly dañ egga rek ñu ne leen dem leen ñu dem axi la ñu dem prepare pour game bi so which is very very difficult and these are things yoo xam ne problème yoo xam ne ko dee face la su suñ dëkk bi not necessarily sax suñ chan team yi wala su suñ female team si but suñ senior team bi sax am nañ problème si ni we have experienced it in the past but we never learn from these kind of situations understand ñu ne fa ne àdduna bi daf ñoo xaar ñu like ñu tay buñ paree àdduna bi dem time boobu noonu the world does not work that way understand
Yes.
we have to be proactive in I use this word a lot and I don't think it's in the vocabulary of Gambians that is proactive with whatever what we are doing we always react to situation we always try to react to the situation they happen and then we try to react to it be proactive make your plans properly it's like why should we even be yes we understand we don't have the flights in the Gambia we own and all those things but why should we even be traveling as a country as a football team you get travel the Jamaica for them for why are they not chartering flights making arrangements nga xamantene teams ne mëna ega fu gaay wara ega ñu mëna ko like let suñu lose game dal na fekk ne dañu door ñu ëpp ñu doole ñu win ñu wala sa but buñ dem bi fofu non ñu wax ne billahi dañ sono dañ defoon ni everything in terms of preparation it was really poorly prepared dafa rek ma I had understand man wasana yow ci lini earlier bu gaay jëmee Morocco there were some players yoo xamante ne they had to stay in Morocco in Mauritania sorry they had a squad of I don't know how many players like Ademal to Mauritania to go to Algeria, but they go to Mauritania and then some of the players had to stay back. Like, what can you tell me about that? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Chama, jërëjëf, yeah, loolu dëgg la, mooy buñ demee from Sénégal aga Morocco, sorry, Mauritania rather, am na place yoo xam ne comme demuñu full squad bi yëpp and how why what lu tax even three team manager bi ak another one from the technical team tam no fana including five la but three of them are players ñoo xam ne comme traveling ak team bi to Algeria how lan moo tax comme yóbbuwuñ gaay ñu waaye comme daf ma naxale trop moo ko déggee moo yégee ne comme players yi comme dañ leen bàyyi gannaaw imagine da nga jógee fii Gambia ak squad bi yëpp ngeen dem ba Sénégal from there ba Mauritania ñu war a dem play yéen ngeen ne ok léegi team bi ñi la ñoo yóbbu yéen ngeen des fii nii dafa naare si xool man su ma fekkoon ko ma doon play ma bokk si squad boobu noonu ñu bëgg maa bàyyi Mauritania bilaay caama plane bi du dem wala kenn du dem because man damaa dem bu ko football la su fekkee ne maa yóbbu bi Alger du ma play sa yee waaye ñu bàyyi ma Mauritania yi ne du ma dem su fekkee ne amuñ xaalis pour kii la ñëpp ak yooyu noonu kon na ñëpp toog ñu Alger jël té point si waaye man damaa dugg si play bàyyi foofu damaa dem kenn du ma bàyyi gannaaw xam nga dafa naxare trop waaye tam again tam dama feel ne comme ñoom play su gaay soxla ñoom la gaay ak bu ne ñoom la gaay yóbbu bu ko suñ soxla ñu ko ñaar ñi traitement bari mooy goalie bi ak striker bi ak andi defender mooy Seeku suñ leen soxla bu baax pour de comme dañoo play dañoo yóbbu gaay so ñoo xam ne comme ñun soxla rek pour game boobu ñoom la gaay yóbbu man noonu laa ko gisee daal waaye dafa ruslu dafa médi si xool bi ko samba rek ñu ana sa xarit ñu bàyyi la gannaaw yow sa xarit dem how would you feel yow la ngaa feel ne comme ñii dañ ma génnaale xam nga nekkul lu rafet daal so dafa métti trop so deserving pour win game bi Chama mooy de bottom line deserving pour win game bi yes suñ ko winoon sa comme ama coow la yeah ba pare comme
okay go ahead continue
yeah ba pare comme waxoon naa ko fii last time ne Chan team bi jàppee woon Chan team bi muy dara dañ ko téye comme kayit nii rek Chan team bi dañ struggle a lot compared to ay under 17 under 20 so gisee comme ok attention buñ dee jox under 17 wala under 20 bi doo ko dee am ci Chan team bi duñ dee am one of the members of GFF bi sax kuy travel ak gars duñ ko am ñoom technical staff rek ñooy travel dem seen yi def yëpp so dañ struggle a lot jàppee woon ko loolu bu ma yóbbu si one time one of our colleague lu mu waxoon si campagne bi ne comme xam nga comme Chan team bi comme duñ ko dee faral te moom moo am waaye again tam dañu war a emale ñëpp because ñii tamit dëgg la mënat ñoo play under 17 wala under 20 squad bi waaye suñ you only have this opportunity pour play si dañ jëm a tra at least ñu jëmale gars because most of these players rek li ma seen carrière dëgg la xëy comme yàlla moo dogalagut seen ne comme ne nekk pro rek ak yooyu waaye tam lii la gars yaakaaroon pour am this opportunity pour mën a dem sign pro because agent mun na leen wala scout like leen jàppale la yóbbu leen. So to be honest nag man tega I was really disappointed. And again tam uh, so why si the organization bi again tam nga wax tam at the technical team because man I believe nu set up a team bi tam lately to be honest I was not impressed with how they set up this team, to be honest. Yeah, loolu tam bokkal su ñu fail lo bu baax.
Yeah. To be honest, waxtaan nañ ko fii nii about the technical team. First two games we could play at Gabon, miracle like that because of we fight Gabon missing a penalty. Si game
Yeah,
boobu noonu. And 2 games you played and go scoring goal. 2 games you played and go scoring goal. Like 4 games as a coach, nga nekk di coach team, mënuloo muster a single goal from that. That is a disaster for a coach. For any coach
definitely.
who coach team 4 games, mënuloo am goal. I think
So, so,
like even though them going final stage, bisa, it is poor.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely it's poor because to be honest, having like four good strikers. They got like I said natural striker dafa lack si league bi loolu wax naa ko di balaa league bi di start
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
those days ñu am the likes of ñoom Aliou Bari ñoom Ibrahima kii Moustapha Dramé nekk Brikama wala ñoom wala season boobu ñu doon score waaye soo ko bàyyee ak last season comme dem wàññeeku ñoom Lamine Owen dem nañ ñoom Adama Bojang yu neen dem so okay striker yu am they are good but they are not that clinical compared to may ñu ma mention fii nii
Yeah.
xam nga they are very good striker moo tax comme soo ko bàyyee right now ku topp si xam te si scoring chart bi attacking midfielder la mooy Fatou Diba sorry ak seen mooy striker mooy Lille mooy kii di Seydi Kane moom tam am na mu ngi ñëw join with mu ngi ñëw join with Fatou so striker yu yóbbu ñu ñëpp ñu bari ñu fa am ñëpp 5 goals and 6 goals so xam nga dafa difficult trop I was thinking na comme dinañ jëm a try pour reinforce especially ñu asiwaat mooy Alhaji Wali ñu asiwaat ko si team bi Dawa Dabo lately jëloon na form but again Sarr dafa opted pour go with the strikers yi ñal comme ñii la doore so ñii la trop dafa dem ak gaay and the other party wax nañ ko fii so ndëpp ñu waar ko sax mooy team bi dafa laak natural wingers ba rek lay so loolu tam daf ñu juste woon trop ak yooyu so basically daal striker yi yóbbu 4 of them yëpp ñu ngi compete si league bi and they are doing good so
Yeah.
how comes one of them kenn mënut a score goal benn single goal in 4 matches and suñu delloo seen club si ñu ngi score because soo ko bàyyil Bojang Seni Bojang bu mu delloo Brikama 2 consecutive matches mi ngi score so
Yeah.
why mënuñoo score si national team bi ak yooyu so yeah I believe it's based on tactics coach bi ak yooyu moo tax because yeah we don't deserve to play 4 games without scoring with these 4 amazing strikers, to be honest.
So what is the like before my name is Fati coach bisa si bopam affaire Alhaji Sarr ak yun because nit yi jaay nañ affaire am ba léegi daf dee dem mi nga affaire dañuy fa ne nit yi day amel Alhaji Sarr sax but xam nga at the end of the day it's about lu nit yi léegi in terms of resource in terms of performance moo tax nit yi def but before jëm foofu noonu like GFF génn nañ ñu wax anything about the team about the travel problems you guys am ak you know not explain anybody do you know anything why problems will happen bega wara ega on the day of the game.
Man gisuma ko dégguma ko su amee tamit gisuma ko readuma ko fenn dégguma ko fenn te loolu dafa difficult pour gars yi Guinness outright ne war nañu comme December lii lañ jonkanteel ak lii moo happen lii ak nii I don't think they will do that soo ko bàyyi xel sa bu booy ñëwee sax fana man rek maa ko pose booy ñëpp si nañ man gisuma gars yi pose ko ne comme booy ñëpp si nañ Gambia maybe gars yi pose ko man gisuma ko seen page bi ci biir booy ñëpp si xanaa man rek laa gis comme ku ko pose ne booy accident so moo laa woon how they're disappointed. Yes.
They are disappointed like su neexee rek la gaay nekk foofu noonu di coow di announce xam nga at the end of the day but su métti and at the end of the day you have to inform the people like no matter how hard it is how easy it is how wonderful it is su fekkee those da nga celebrate sa win si daal sa failure si tamit you have to tell people that is noonu la balance bi noonu la moo demee but doo ko waxee nobody talk about ne lii mooy woon seen problème si and soo waxee problème si sax na nit yi fiilal la tuuti but nobody wax na ne team bi ñëw na yesterday Real di Banjul ak Wydad ak BSD playing players from the Chan team we are playing like kañ la guy egsi, to be honest man si yow laa ko gisee laa xam ne players yi ñëw neen ak yu noonu xam nga usually these are not things yoo xam ne man dama ko dee nekk di ko follow too much, but xam naa ne yow especially when it comes to the chanting you follow their progression and all those things. So yeah, GFS figure anybody is listening, like if you have your failures tamit bu leen ko dee fàttee di ko wax it's important pour ngeen di inform public bi, because you send a team foo leen seetee suñ under 17 under 20 bi every step of the way da ngeen di xam fa la gaa nekk boys yi bu ñoo dem sax because of xam nga
definitely.
expect leen moo ne di ngeen am that disappointment si yoon bi. Bu disappointment bi xewee la gaa yi gëj a update because of bu gaa yi dem si jonni bi dem nañ Dakar xam nga gaa yi wax loolu noonu bu gaa yi demee ba nga am issue yooyu noonu bu gaa yi eggee like there was a gap of period boo xam ne waxuñ dara nit yi xamuñ dara unless koo fekkee yaa ngi am contact with the players themselves nga doog a xam si lan la gaa yi nekk but ñoom nekkul woon di joxe the right updates, which you know which is very bad. Yeah, but yeah, talking about the coach now, the technical side, you talk about Alai Sar. Like he has been here for a while with this Chan team. I think man, the woman Chan team in Gambia, they for like most of the times it's him. Like most of the time, I think the last qualifier is that Mama won team. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Last qualifier Chan team. Alai Sar won team. It's been
Yeah.
a very long time. Like since when? Like your son knowledge, since when like you said, make the head coach of this child team, from your knowledge.
Yeah, Raisa, to be honest, man, bumagiran ka halal, yeah, mige coach, mige na kasi coach inside,
Mm-hmm. Network, because space network bang break that.
Santay
Network
ala
break up.
mangin ka mukalaf na ko na still
Wow, Mofaneka. No, are you
yeah,
buying?
yeah,
Go ahead, man.
network
Go ahead.
bang but so yeah, lola on that paper lelan lukos so moy Raisa initially Dorin be players you bari okay 90% of these players hamur len setanu len likewise
Mm-hmm.
moy ko ju fa nek moy Raisa Jane Juve wala kini moy nek ko je Medina bi James
Mm-hmm.
ko bay okay so game fortune je pak na dem na bara na few players of du bari Raisa likewise ne kon bena bena ko gisi ngesi da league you don't and that's the fact yeah likewise moy ko je Medina bi he's familiar with some of these players but not all because I was there during the screen of you. This now things from Pope. Again, so low tap just stop like drop. But time when pur trainer team with barakam um dafa shot. So low time ball on as
Go on, Nasi. So, what do you think? What do you think they should be doing with the coaching setup? Because the chant team is very important, And in
yeah,
Gambia, we don't when coaches fail, unless they are the foreign coaches, coach be nele, hamga. But even
yeah,
coach, we have to do the reality check. The the the
yeah,
the, these qualifications has not been good enough. Yes, we went through Gabon, like, but we did not impress in that game. Personally, I did not enjoy those two performances, and then against Algeria as well. Um, we cannot score goals. We cannot score goals as a team. And then you need a coach who will change your know about yes, players am an issue like I got a problem I'm natural striker But how many teams are playing without a natural striker, but they are finding ways to score goals. There are many ways to score goals. I'm not
yeah,
your set
yeah,
guy there. I'm not your they have their own tactics, guy. I'm so goal, I'm but at the end of the day, the coaches find a solution to score goals. And then, like I said, like Nico episode press conference last week, blah guy they play in Gambia. Naka fan la expect to score di waxe tactics sami am na plans ak it's not working. So what should we do?
yeah, man, yeah. I believe it's high time you just can soon Janti and I'm sorry Raisa Sunko Dawood he will resign uh, uh, for I get information from someone very very reliable what am I called most likely Laisa dapat resign si national merchant team bi. And yeah, now that's I think that's the best for him because yeah nko why yaga na si system bi aba I think na kom nin ko job beren role which is the federation or stuff but coach I think na kom legi affaire daf ko raw suma uncle like you but uh, so ko bayan mom the football they play tactic they implement to be honest they kind of old fashioned compared to the other coaches we have in this league. Yeah, boy, these young coaches, like I said, man, always tamare buga this league, this young coach you take over. My the likes of Moy Nyam Adnan Yanuza, Adnan of Pico, Nyam Mourinho, especially coach Real de Banjul. Koko man, I don't know why I encourage you order any. Koko, I think they come deserve not for one of these category more available. But with Alaisa, to be honest, I think affair especially this football more do any round. Yeah, he has done a lot for this country. To be honest, yeah, he needs to be celebrated. To be honest, yeah. But I think that for relaxed you just can lenge koko I'm sure that si gatal da. Uh, yes.
Yeah, it's high time. It's high time. Like xam nga loolu la ñu ne naka la gaa di waxee soo nekkee di like wax too much about somebody, it tends to feel ne da nga amee kooku noonu dara. But to be honest, there is nothing against him. It is just that we want to win. We are like man suma boppa I want to see Gambia win. And nu ma ko dee waxee even suma dee
Yeah,
discuss about agencies ak yooyu noonu.
yeah,
Like what is the best to give this child this team to win, this chance, give the team the chance to win. That is what we should be thinking about rather than suma uncle la suma brother la suma lila amga, which has affected our
wow,
football for the longest time in Gambia. It's about winning. We want to win. Like yes, suñ ko daa xee suñ ko génnee foofu noonu xëy na dina ñàkk a liggéey, but life noonu la mel at the end of the day. And with the pedigree he has in the game, playing the football for his longest time, coaching for his like he should not be scared of not being in that position. And I
yeah,
think this is the
yeah,
problem that we face. Like if you are in a position like you feel again if you find like them and these kind of things affect even the decision makers. Suñ génnee kii fii lan la moo am lan la moo def ak and this kind of thing, these sentimental feelings has to go out of the way, and then we have to look what is best for our national
yeah,
team. And you cannot be
yeah,
there for the longest time, not delivering result, and then we are still sitting there with you. Same thing, because when he's the assistant coach. What does happen? Niti dañ dee bàyyi xel
yeah,
niti dañ dee xam lan la assistant coach wala def ak
yeah,
gis neen problème si yooyu noonu yëpp face nañ ko. So yeah, it's about time, to be honest. It's about time. He has not delivered. It's about time we give the opportunity to another coach who could change the fortunes of this giant team. Because like you say, most of these players need for importance to them. But again, if they don't take this seriously, they will just give it to anybody they want, right? If they don't take this competition seriously, um,
yeah,
like even the travel arrangements, they don't take them seriously. Like like you say, they are not even traveling with a team manager or stuff like that. They are just going with the technical team. Sometimes you can blame the technical team as well, but like the technical team are saying that we are not giving the proper preparation to prepare, and that's why we fail. And that is a valid argument from them. But there's a lot of things that need to change in our setup. Yeah.
yeah. So
Any other
Lola, like,
yeah, well, go ahead. Any other thing you wanna add before you wrap up?
no, like, buka prepare. I'm sorry if you copy, like, I'm on Deva Jahna, so Tata member is going to be
Tell
nice.
place.
Yeah.
Tell you what place, huh?
Has dapat play Colistas in Brikama.
Yeah.
Brikama dapat play ni Unit Global
Uh-huh.
in
Yeah.
Yundum World Project.
Because smoke pipi.
Then
Smoke pipi.
Walidan ak Walidan ak Kani from the play in Sarakuna East and
Mm-hmm.
GPA tam dapat play ak ni ak Latir Kunda in Bakau. So yeah, Demba Hamar Amne yeah. Nice games no Demba very very tough match. So Tata we expect that.
Yeah, tell me about that one, sir, yesterday because BST scored the opening goal in that one, and then Real de Banjul equalized. So the game ended at penalty shootout, right? Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and Real de Banjul came out on top. How was the game?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was nice. Anything look game where I'm a game bo am na ko am na position wise chances created and goals tam am na yeah Real di banyak okay nyo gina more of possession but so ko bayil this BST ñoo gën a create chances but mënuñ ko capitalize Real di Banjul comme they are deadly in front of goal comme anytime suñu la attaqué rek comme suñu attaqué 5 mën nañoo score 3 or 4 that's how they have BST the BST démba after seen first goal bi dañ jël pressure buñ score with this guy Chris very fine player Chama kii su ma dee wax mbiram sax tam day mel ni comme dama ko tiire génne ko dem sa ko professionnel contrat mooy Sirif Babili he's a
Uh-huh.
fantastic lad bro kii mun naa football trop yeah
Uh-huh.
I was really impressed with his performance and I have been comme dafa ma yaaga impressed depuis si nawetaan bi in Manjai yénga ba léegi ñu si ligue bi tam mu ngi ko def comme he's a fine player he scored a very beautiful goal and really Banjul rek try pour nga rek comme second half bi ñu regroup ñu gis na comme ñi dañ leen war a génnee suñu home la ñëw so they did everything pour ñu try pour win nii rek yàlla jàppale leen gars yi mujjee win penalty but it was a nice game to be honest rek yeah it was a
Yeah,
very very nice game.
Silif boobu noonu. He's not somebody we have been like nekkul somebody ku guy nekkoon di wax about more mostly in BS because Langzo naka la Ringzo la seen naka Jaata ak Saye Musa Njie. So Silif xanaa moom nekkul on the start a lot of games and what is his role? What tell us about him?
Yeah, he was a Hawks player. So first round we never only play because of clearance issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm not trainer team B. Yeah, but after both first round BJ, so second round is then could do that. Amba munyori lege munyo second half be after BJ click. To be honest, Demba was his best match Demba. Um Sundom video game bo ngasiran game bo Demba aki football don't play. This guy come man namayaga wah bira come ko fini. Come man dama ganti nyando come if you could not well, this guy is going to be one of the best players. Oh my God, in Africa. He's come ball no munti tanga. Come swane jelal katapul nga di ko si ball ngayon. Of course discipline. He's a fine player. That they
Wow.
play 10, that they would play 8. But come attacking player come 10 la. That's a creative. He's good with the
How
ball, confident.
how old is he?
Lena comme lawara develop wita di ball like mujema try come work on low. Yeah.
Bokasi.
Yeah, Mwoko. Yeah. But with the ball, come he's good. He's very good. Munako Te Dogo is despite size he's a fine player to be honest. He's one of my favorite players. Was Sirana was never time with Banjai. Be last season. He did wonders in never time. Be when you was league again BST. So he's a fine player to be honest. Yeah.
How
I
old is
was
he?
impressed with him.
How old is he? Do you know?
He's young about book my age. So we are on here, but he's a young lad. How about now?
Uh-huh.
Naked map. He's young because Moko Nika Sidam Balanda and be for chat on 20 B. Sorry, is on 20 you am on test match at local based players come selection mini. So ga invite ko no because selection. Munyo sa kona sila ko Nika Sidam. Why keep play against on 20 B selection to go play. I was like, if I let you get play, if I allow you know, keep big hawks by 10 hawks. But I do not am for them playing time because no so when you play now time mag gusto now time man wata na mo hambar mo ko raka man na mo kang play because you talan mi am it's man kom gaw mo ko gis so tadi nga play am so sis mole fay rek kom nala jaxale bo da was sis now time ham so sila wata nak ang ak ñena xam nga yama trabe bi after mu ñu BSD ak yoy then sa test him play but he was amazing just to be honest he's a fan player yeah.
Okay, then he's a player we should monitor and see how well he progress, and I hopefully he will come knock here na ega that level of being one of the best players in Africa. So we can take na affair seriously. But if you have the talent, I'm going to football with the good friend, just one is a buffer, so I'm an opportunity see you know.
Yeah.
I'm not an agency. I'm not
And
an
also
agency. I have.
yeah, but also TMT also won against Fortune Tam yesterday. Go game save them by what all then penalties more desired. So Fortune Yonika score Mohamed Jallo. It's a beautiful goal. He's also whatever he's a good player on time. Then TMT penalty Fortune Sen goal receive ko out of this best goalkeepers in league with his ko have the when it comes to Guinea penalty he's the best boy Sen Belabi. He's very good. After TMT equalized, but came with Roger penalties. Yeah, Fortune Mudiaka on penalty shootout. and also greater tomorrow. Like I said, they are the Manchester United in the FF Cup. They are not doing good in the league yes, but they are doing good in the FA Cup. So they're in the quarterfinals. So
Yeah.
Manko come Manchester that we are poor in the league, but ni football ni ko see after Europa League. Yeah, so they won them. And Tatum is
Wow.
going to be very, very, very yeah.
Well, no, like, don't you have on your buy, like, get them prepare, put them in
Yeah,
any game,
yeah, yeah,
inshallah.
yeah.
But yeah, we will keep in touch. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for the update. And hopefully on Sunday we will have the show, and the internal guy women football. What you said, Helasi, send election see, yeah, space. Jërëjëf.
Okay, Chama. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay.
All right, so my guy, Jering and Jeff, thank you for joining us. It was the weekend recap, but we remix it and add a little bit of the Gambia football show vibe to discuss some issues in Gambia football. So on that note, guys, I would say have a good day. It's already late here for me in Japan. It's around 11 night, so I will be off now. So Jering and Jeff, why? They go there. I am teddy.